Hello, amazing people, beautiful and handsome friends. Hope you're all doing great today. There is this man, this African man, who went to the UK with his family. He went to the UK and when I say his family, I mean his wife and kids. When he got to the UK, there was no job for him. He couldn't get a job. He was among those that were promised job by the people that brought them, that took them to the UK. But he got there without a job. And the Home Office, according to them, gave him 60 days to leave the country. That is, after 60 days without a job, he has to leave back to where he came from. I know that other countries does that, but they will give someone some days to leave, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 1 month to leave. But even when that expires and you don't want to leave, you can still stay back. Yes, I know, but I don't know how it works in the UK. If they are the one that will deport the person or they will just give, So I don't know how the UK system functions. So back to the story, the man was given 60 days to leave the country. And before that 60 days expired, luckily, he got a job. Someone helped him to get a job in a home care where they take care of elderly people. So that was a big plus for him, because he didn't stay till the 60 days expired. That's a big luck. He has luck. Yes. But at the end, he used his hand to destroy the luck that he has, the favor that God gave him. That is how many of us will use our own hands to cause our own problems. And later, as African as we are, we'll start blaming the devil and start blaming the village people and not ourselves. Before you start pointing accusing fingers, point to yourself first. Search very well to know that you are not your own problem. Because many times, we human, we are our own problem. So this man had something in his phone. A video of an adult, a man, making out with a child, a little child. He was watching this in his phone. He showed it to his African friend, and they told him to delete it because it could get him in trouble. But he refused to delete it, claiming the Superman. He was claiming the Superman. One day at his place of work, he was busy still watching this video of his. And his white friend asked him, a white guy asked him what he was watching. He showed it to him, and that one asked him to forward it to him. He forwarded it to him, and the guy took it to their boss. The white guy forwarded it to their boss and told him that is what this guy was watching. The boss, reported it to the police. And that was how he was arrested. The police took him. The police took the African man Having seen the kind of thing he was watching, they took him, arrested him, detained him. After 23 hours, thereabout, he was released. As he was released, the police took his phone for further investigation. So as they seized his phone, they gave an order. He was restricted from being alone with minors, with children under 18, without the presence of an adult. You know that Europe, the white man land, they don't function like our Africans, that many people can do anything and get away with it. In the white man land, even the president, when found guilty, will go behind bars. The law is for everybody. The police, they work. They are not like African police. That, anyway, let's go to the story. Let's forget about these African police people, because their own case is something else. It's not of this world. So this guy was banned from staying with children below 18 years without an adult, which means even his own children, without the presence of the wife, he cannot stay with his own children. And it's very good, so that he will learn his lesson. And this is for others also to learn. Because we believe that in Africa, that men can do anything and get away with it. Men can marry 1 year old, marry 5 years old, and because they are men, they can do anything and get away with it. That is child abuse. Tell me, how can a man derive pleasure, a matured man with kids and a pregnant wife? Okay, let's say he doesn't have kids and he's not married, but he's a matured man. How can he derive pleasure in watching such video of an adult having a carnal knowledge of a child? He was watching it. He was even warned by his friends not to watch that thing, to delete it, because it could get him in trouble. Because the white man land is not the same with African nations. He should delete it, but he refused deleting it because he was enjoying it. A man who enjoys doing such thing can do it also. Yes, the Bible says, by their fruit you shall know them. By their fruit, that is, you will know who they truly are. A man who enjoys such videos, such irritating videos, such an abominable videos, he enjoys watching it. I'm telling you, that man can do the same. If he is not even doing the same, he can do it if he sees the opportunity. One of the best ways to really know someone is by what that person does. By the things someone does, you will easily know the kind of person that person is. 3 weeks later, he received a letter, a court letter from the court. So in court, he was found guilty because they after searching the phone, they saw so many complicating things in his phones. They discovered that he has been watching such videos for a very long time. He has been involved in such activities, watching such videos for a long time. So he was found guilty. His employer, on hearing this, sacked him and revoked his visa. His 2 years visa, I think 2.5 years, something like that, visa. Because he was to leave the UK. But with this job he now got permit to stay in the UK for about 2 years and some months. Now that his visa has been revoked, he faces deportation. But because he's going to serve his jail term, I don't know how long the jail term will take. If he will still be if they will allow him after serving to still remain in the UK, or he will be deported. And I don't know the fate of the wife and kids. This guy, according to the story, instead of being remorseful for what he did, instead of blaming himself for what he did, instead of apologizing for what he did, he was claiming right. He was saying that he has done nothing wrong. He was using that African mentality that he has done nothing wrong, that it's racism. That's why initially I was talking in this video. Many times we don't blame ourselves. You see people pointing accusing fingers on the things they cause themselves. Like a child, you have a child who flirts, a child who follow, let's say a female child who follow men about, or you have a male son who follows women about, and you want to kill them. You start talking and over talking without looking into yourself. If you are also guilty of such, if it is your attitude, your blood that is flowing in the veins of this your child, if this your child actually took after you, you will want to rain fire and brimstone on this child. Or you have a child who is drinking, who is drinking and getting drunk. You won't look into your life if you are a drunkard, and you start raining insults on this your child and calling this child useless and this and that, not knowing the fault is from you. Or you have a child who steals. You won't look into your life, or look into your life if this child actually inherited this evil spirit from you. Many a times we are our own problem. Many a times we are our own problem. This man is blaming racism, that they are racist. The white guy that reported him. This white guy is responsible. That is why he reported him. And I tell you, I don't want to say something here, but this white guy was responsible. That's why he reported him. But he was seeing that he was not doing anything wrong. Maybe if he had admitted and feel remorseful for what he did, maybe it wouldn't have gotten to this extent. And now, if it's as the Africans, we'll be blaming our village people that they are after us. He might be blaming his village people that they are the ones after him, whereas he's the one after himself. God favored him. He got a job. But his bad character, maybe he's even maybe he has even become addicted to doing such things, because for them to discover he had been doing it for a very long time, it maybe he has become addicted, because some things are actually that are difficult to leave are addiction. And the worst is when someone knows that you are addicted to this thing, you be lying, denying, claiming right, claiming to cover your evil addiction with something else. Deliverance always starts from when we admit that we are guilty of. Deliverance will only start when we admit that we are guilty of this thing. That is where deliverance will start from. But this guy was not being remorseful. He is claiming right and he's covering it up. He's covering his evil activities up. He's covering the evil. Come, let's talk about it. If that child, that little girl, that man was molesting, is to be his own child, how will he feel? Sometimes we do something, not even putting ourselves in the shoes of the other person. We just do things, take actions, because for us, we feel it is not us, Anyways, I don't know his fate, and I don't know the fate of his kids and the wife, because I don't know how the UK law is. Please, let's learn from people's mistakes. And when we are doing something wrong, let's admit that this thing is bad and look for a way to stop it instead of trying to cover it up. Please feel free to subscribe to this channel if you haven't done that. Thank you so much, my returning subscribers. The good Lord bless you. Please drop your thoughts right there in the comment section. This video actually takes longer time than my usual videos. I don't exceed 15 minutes. Let us 10 minutes. I'm done, but this one is almost 18 minutes. Thank you for staying with me so far. The Lord bless you richly. Bye.